Thanks to the gift sub Azel. They're continuing the game. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what the right call is there. I legitimately couldn't tell you. All I can say is that in the past, when something like that's happened, it's usually rubbed me the wrong way when it comes to continuing. I mentioned the Owen Hart thing with wrestling, though this one's a little different, I suppose, because of this being like a big important game, I guess. I think this one's to clinch the division or something, and it like he may be all right. I don't know. I can kind of see both sides here. Oh, this is only a chance for a one seed. I thought this was to make it, not to make it, to clinch though. Hold on, let me look it up. Why don't I just look it up? Because I know the Bills and Bengals have great records right now. Yeah, Bills 12-3, Bengals 11-4. Thanks the resub Silver and Monty. Can't they move it to another day? Nah, that I doubt. That seems very hard to do. You have to schedule the arena, book it all out. Like that's a lot of moving parts. But if both teams are already guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, I mean, I could see an argument for not continuing than just going by the better record. I don't know. Are they both in the AFC North? Let me see. No, Bills are AFC East. Thanks to resub Sarah and Kattledov. God damn, Jay. That is terrifying. Yeah, I just read about Ken Block as well. When was the last time someone died in a football game? Like I said, the only one that I know of was probably over a decade ago, and it was Arena Football League. How about this? I also remember a college football player who, on a kickoff, went for, I think it was a block. He delivered a great block, and he paralyzed himself instantly. But outside of that, in the arena football player, I don't think there's been any. Let's see. Well, in 1905, there was one. Here, how about NFL? Because I don't think there's ever been an NFL on-field football death. Chuck Hughes. Chuck Hughes was an American football player, wide receiver in the NFL from 1967 to 1971, and he is to date the only player to have died on the field during a game. The Lions hosted the Bears at Tiger Stadium late in the fourth quarter, Detroit trailing 28-23. Lions were driving into Chicago territory, and Hughes entered the game as an injury replacement. Caught a pass for 32 yards, and 3 plays later... here we go. 3 plays later, Landry threw a pass to tight end Charlie Sanders, dropped near the end zone. Hughes, a decoy for the play, began running back to the huddle with 1 minute showing on the clock. Suddenly, he dropped to the turf, clutching his chest around the 20-yard line. Hughes collapsed near the Bears linebacker Dick Butkus, who saw him begin to convulse violently on the field. Butkus motioned to the sideline frantically to get Hughes assistance. He was pronounced dead at 5:34 p.m. that afternoon. The game was played to its conclusion in front of the now stunned silent crowd at Tiger Stadium. He was suffering from an undiagnosed and advanced arteriosclerosis, and that he had a family history of heart disease. The direct cause of death was coronary thrombosis. Things of Prime, Spooky, and Resub Joester, and Obama. And give sub Geraldo, and Resub Casey, and Prime Tofu. I probably wouldn't play Pajama Sam. I remember playing it when I was younger, but I don't think I'd want to revisit it. It's the Resub Chicken. And no, I haven't seen Babylon yet. I just tried Burger King for the first time today. One of the worst food experiences in a while. Yeah, that'll do it to you. What the fuck happened? Why'd you eat Burger King? Were you stranded in the desert and the only thing you could find? What led to that? God, that is horrifying, Jay. There's a Prime Hurricane. There's the Prime Lemon. Burger King is good. God, Jesus, these paid actors. Bunch of goddamn Burger King shills in here. No, Logan Paul's releasing it tomorrow, I imagine. Things that resub Moisturize and Trubisky. You don't see this kind of injury in any other sport. Well, I mean, you can. I get the point you're trying to make, but you still see plenty of comparably horrible injuries that happen in other sports as well. Like hockey. Chat immediately went to hockey. Shit, in hockey, there's been 2 cases of people having their fucking throat slit by the skates. There's that very famous clip now where the goalie gets collided with by 2 players, I think it was, and one of them, their skate went up and sliced his fucking net. Like, cut his jugular. I think it was his dad. His dad had to pinch his arteries together in order to save his life. Might not have been his dad. Might have been just the actual team medic. I don't remember now. I'm very foggy on it. But you see comparably horrible injuries in other sports as well. That's not to defend NFL and the way they cover up concussions and all that shit. But I'm just saying, this isn't like isolated. Every sport has their risk of very serious injury. It was a trainer. Was it? Yeah, like I said, I was a little spotty on it. Oh, you know who it was that did something very similar and was their dad? It was Kentucky Ballistics when his rifle exploded. It severed his jugular, right? I think it was his jugular. It severed something very important in his neck, and his dad had to pinch it for him. And then on the way to the hospital, Kentucky Ballistics took over. I got the wires crossed. But his dad took over first, right? Didn't his dad pinch it, and then on the way to the hospital, he told Kentucky Ballistics to do it himself, so that way he could drive? Wasn't that it? That was the story, right? No, he did it himself, but on the way to the hospital. His dad was the one that rushed over. But yeah, on the way to the hospital, Kentucky put his thumb in it and held it down. I remember he told the story about his family and like how he had to like push it into his neck like with his other arm like really tight. They did decide to cancel the game. Probably for the best. Fuck, that's terrifying. Scary thing is, TBI can manifest in nastier shit later. In your case, a bad tackle led to 2 strokes. Holy shit. I mean, head injuries are nothing to fuck around with, man. It's terrifying. Damar Hamlin's been intubated. Currently listed in critical condition. Jesus. He's a tier 1 war moose. There's sub Vinny. How old is he? Damar Hamlin? I think he's 28. No, maybe not. Let's see. 24. There's resub Muffy. The resub Fizzy and Bits Teach on. Yeah, 2023 is off to like a fucking awful start, I'll tell you right now. There's a resub Cloud. There's the resub Sourdough. Hasn't every 2020 year started very badly? Yeah, you're not wrong. They've all had real rocky starts. Tom Brady posting more cringe. Yeah, I saw that today. I don't know what the fuck is going on in Tom Brady's mind. He is posting the like just weird shit. Like this one's just goofy. Let's see. Is it still on Twitter? He posted a picture of his dog like doing what a dog does when it comes up on your legs, and then he just said, what was it? He can't get enough of meat emoji. It was just so weird. Where is the picture? Why can't I find it now? Let's try this. Let's be a little more specific. Where did it go? It was all over the timeline this morning. No, it's not here. Oh, here. This isn't the original or anything, but he posted this earlier today. Always looking for meat emoji. It's just fucking weird. Like you could have just taken this picture and been like, best dog ever. It's so fucking odd. He's doing this on purpose now. He's gotta be. Like, he has to be. Thanks to the Prime, Jackie and the resub, Paw, Poop, and Chief, and Boom, Fly, Sourdough, and Prime. Dwop. 100% dude must know what he's doing. I have to imagine he does. Like this, he had to know this. This is some fucking cringe on main. He has to just be leaning into it for fun. Refresh, skip Bayless for the ratio. Whoa. Damn, skip. Thanks a resub C-Butt and the bits Squeefus. I don't know Squeefus. Thanks a resub Cryo. Got the attention he wanted. Tons of people tuning into FS1 tomorrow to watch him say sorry. Does Skip ever say sorry? I don't watch Skip anymore. I only ever see the cringe clips now. Does he ever, like, apologize for his awful takes? I don't think so. How does Skip still have a job? It has to just be outrage ratings. Like, he just recently had the viral clip with him and Shannon Sharp where Skip seemed truly insufferable. Like, I have to imagine they think there's worth there because of the engagement on social media from people hating Skip. Because he's not even, like, a good, like, sports mind either. Like, I don't even keep up with sports, like, at all anymore. I stay tuned just enough so Dad and I can talk about it when it comes to football. But I don't really, and basketball I keep up with on my own. Like, Luke is going fucking nuts. I was actually watching the history on what Luke is doing and why it's so special after that 60-point game. But aside from, like, basketball loosely and football to a degree, everything I've ever seen from Skip back when I was actively a massive sports fan was just terrible. Like, just absolutely terrible. It's like he doesn't even know the sports that he's talking about. Nah, fuck, that 60-point game gave me depression. I don't doubt it, man. That 60-point game is statistically the second best game of basketball ever played, only behind 1990's Michael Jordan. Thanks to 5 gift subs, Kinnifer. Appreciate that. And the resub Toxic Fraud in the Prime, James. I'm guessing you watched JxmyHighroler's video. Yes, that's where I learned all about the game score metric, which I'd actually never heard of before. 5th best game, not second. No, statistically by game score, I think, right? I think it was game score. It was a 93 or 94. Michael Jordan's 1990 game was a 98. So in terms of, like, actual efficiency, it's not the highest scoring game ever or anything. But I think his stat line was 60, 21, 18. And statistically, that is the second best game, like most productive game of basketball ever played. Oh, it was 60, 21, 10. 60, 21, 10. It's not. It was 5th or 6th for game score. What was the final metric? Why don't I just look it up? How about I just look it up then? God damn it. Jesus. Oh, you're right. No. See? Is this not game score? Which metric is this? Because Michael Jordan's is the 98. And Luka's 94. What metric is this? Was this one not the game score? Did I misremember which one this was? The game score was the earlier one. Ah, gotcha. So the game score was this one back here. Where was it? This one. Okay, okay. This was game score. I got those two stats mixed up then. 94 total of stats. Gotcha. Thanks the resub Good Boy Morbid and the anonymous gift sub. And the gift sub will. The Prime Herbod and resub Skeleton. 3 of the top 11 from this year. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Thanks the tier 1 Ragna and the resub Chimichungus. Thanks the resub Doughboy. Sounds like Tiana's watching a movie. Yeah, she's watching The Recruit still, I think. These are 5 gift subs, Marlsmo. Thank you for that. The resub Donatello. Yeah, well, that's how we ended up on the sports talk talking about the Damar Hamlin situation. Thanks for the bits again, Jay. Donovan Mitchell just put up 71, 11, 8 tonight. Christ. Thanks, resub Squishy. I'm curious, what does chat think? Do you think the players are just getting better, or do you think the defense is getting weaker? Because I'll tell you where I stand. I think there is just a significant lack of meaningful defense in the modern league. Refs being stinkier. True, the refs are kind of stinky, eh? Thanks, a resub mine, squishy and iced. The meta is only shooting threes. Yeah, the 3 meta is kind of in full swing. But I don't think that's the only thing responsible for it. There's the resub brain and charbeans. And dirty. Give sub doughboy. Because offense is evolving. I don't know, man. When you watch the NBA now, I feel like there's just not real defensive effort made. Maybe it's just me, but like I grew up watching a ton of basketball, so I remember like all of like the crazy hustle plays and shit that used to be made. I don't know, like I think back to like the Allen Iverson era, and I just remember it being so much more cutthroat. Like you had to work so fucking hard. But that could be just be rose tinted glasses, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't gone back and watched old games or anything. Thanks to the resub weeb. It's because you can't make contact with a shooter while they're shooting, nor can you be in their landing area. Yeah, I imagine the rule changes and shit has made it much harder to play in like good D. Who's that 7-foot player right now whose entire strategy is just jump and hold your hands up even if you're nowhere near them to try and obscure their vision of the rim? I feel like that's going to be the meta for defense going forward. Luke Cornett. Yeah. If you can't get near the player, you just start like blocking vision and then tossing insults at them. It'll be like that movie Basketball from the creators of South Park. You just try and psych them out as they're taking their shot since you can't put a hand in their face. Thanks a resub, Animaniac. Yeah, that makes sense, Yeti. Thanks a resub. Gravesaw. Well, I'm glad you think the same, Jay. Bills Bengals officially suspended. Yeah, that's what chat was saying. Thanks a resub, Yogurt. ESPN Batman the Brave and the Bold on Wii. Man, what in the fuck are you... What? What did I just read? What? Have you seen the This Place Sucks pedo interview? Yeah, I did. Thanks a 10 gift subs, champ. I appreciate it, man. I haven't had a chance to watch the whole documentary yet, but I did see that clip. That was all over Twitter. That was actually a fucking amazing clip. Am I allowed to show it? Because that came directly from the documentary, and it was just ripped onto Twitter. I don't think Andrew posted it himself. Let me see. I'm pretty sure he didn't. Yeah, he didn't. I'm not gonna risk it. But yeah, it's all over Twitter. He was talking to some guy and he was showing him pictures. So it was like Biden. He's like pedophile. One of them I think was Jonah Hill. He was like pedophile. And then eventually, at the end of showing him all the pictures where he's talking about them all being pedophiles, he read the guy's arrest history, and it turns out the guy is a registered sex offender for like molesting a kid. So the guy was a legitimate pedophile, and Andrew was like, "Do you think there's a level of projection here?" He was like, "Nope." He's the prime Holt, Strange, and the resub Schneege, Sexotic, and the tier 1 Jalawi. Thank you for that. And the 10 gift subs Tibby. Appreciate the generosity, Tibby. And the resub Wolf. What are you talking about? It's Andrew Callahan's new movie. It apparently goes real hard. I'm a huge fan of just Channel 5 in general, so I'm going to check it out. But that interview with the pedophile guy was fucking amazing. Thanks a resub BN, Nuke, and the Prime Tyliticus. And the resub Haley. Why can't you show the interview? Well, it's not on his actual channel, is it? It didn't come up when I looked for it, no. See, he doesn't have that clip up. So I can't. Where's the documentary? It's HBO Max. It's on the HBO channel? Like the official one? No, it's not. Unless it's part of this, but I don't think it is. It was its own standalone thing. Thanks, resub Roger. Purge? No, I think it's the recruit, man. Thanks, the resub Charles. There's conspiracy theorists who believe the word chicken is code for underage trafficking, and then they'll show a clip after clip of celebrities like Seth MacFarlane talking about chicken. Well, is it used in a weird way, or is it just like actually talking about chicken? Logan is replying to Coffeezilla tomorrow, I think. He didn't post it today. I think Logan didn't realize what day it was, so he thought yesterday was January 2nd. That's my guess on how he fucked up. Or maybe he truly just lied. I don't know. So he said this on the 1st, so I assumed he meant today, but he didn't post it today. So looks like it's going to be sticking with that January 3rd timeline. Though he doubles down on it twice here. This episode of Impulsive is scheduled for January 2nd, which is, again, today. I'm going to take a pee real quick. Give me just 2 seconds. Thanks for resub, Jack. Damn. While I was peeing, I just had to read some tweets of Skip Bayless getting fucking cooked. Good lord. Thanks to Tier 1 Rosie. And there's some trashy Jimmy in the primes, Yeah, I saw that, Kate. I don't think we even could, though, because those are all strictly copyright. Thanks to the bitch shambles. Oh man, that's fucking. Oh, that's so sad. Check out the kids' charity that Hamlin started. Before today, it had a $2,500 goal that it still hadn't hit, and since its accident, it's at 400K. That's so wholesome, but so fucking sad to hear. I really hope Hamlin makes a full recovery. There's a resub Spider and Winter. There's a resub Serendip. There's a skip apology tweet already. I like actually don't believe you. Does he even have the capacity? I don't think his fingers would let him. But you're right, he tried. Let's see. Nothing is more important than that young man's health. That was the point of my last tweet. I'm sorry if it was misunderstood, but his health is all that matters. Again, everything else is irrelevant. I prayed for him and will continue to do so. It's just not. It just comes out far more callous than anything that the outcome of the game was the focal point. Like, you're not wrong that it's hard to postpone a game. Like, everyone knows that. You're not wrong about it. But it's also just not what's important either. It just doesn't. There was just no reason for even this. Like, you're not even saying anything insightful here. It's just uselessness and comes across as callous. He had to have gotten a call. Oh, no doubt this was out of fear. He had a stern talking to. Was forced to say this. There's a resub Zen Gurgle, yeah for you, crack and give sub ballerina in the prime orange. Why am I so short? I don't know, man. Ask God. Unlucky. I ask all the time. Bad RNG. Yeah, just bad roll. Not short, fun-sized. True fun-sized. He's a prime Connor. We still gonna watch the Meat Canyon video? I spoiled myself and watched it early. But after Logan Paul's response, I'll absolutely play relevant clips from Meat Canyon's vid for it. Thanks, gift sub, or 2 gift subs, Geo. The tweet's worded weird, but if you want to hear what he says, he is saying you can. Is he live on TikTok right now or something? What do you mean? What are you talking about? He's not casting the game right now or anything. And his god-awful show isn't on right now. That's not going to be till tomorrow. How the fuck would I hear what he's saying? He ordered the tweet weird, you bad faith motherfucker. There's no way there's an actual Skip Bayless meat writer in here. His dick would turn to ash if anyone tried to write it. Just crumble to dust. And how many times do I have to say, he's not even wrong? Again, it is very hard to postpone a game, and it's an important game, I get that. But that's just not what's important. Like, you're saying something that's, like, correct about the game being important and tough to postpone, but what is the point in saying that when someone's fighting for their lives right now? Thanks to resub Gomez in the prime, Larry. He's saying the game is irrelevant at the end, don't know what you're on about. Jesus Christ, Deuce Bigelow. What the fuck are you talking about? So the way it reads, to anyone with a brain, let me break this down for you. To anyone that socializes, this ... which suddenly seems so irrelevant, makes it more seem like he's upset that a game of this magnitude is now overshadowed by this player fighting for their life. That is why people are upset. How dumb are you? Do you talk to people, Deuce? Again, he's not wrong. It is hard to postpone a fucking NFL game, and it is an important one that is now... It was in a tough state. There is just no point in even making this statement, though, because it just comes across as callous and misguided, which is why people are shitting on Skip, per usual, because he has nothing but the worst takes of all time. He's a resub Efric, Mad Lab, and Tennis. And Tier 1 Simplex, and the 5 gift subs Wayball, and 10 gift subs Mad Lab. Thank you for the back-to-back drops. It's badly worded. Agreed! So what are we arguing about? What are we arguing about? We're in agreement that it's badly worded and useless. You are literally arguing to argue when you are agreeing with me. Get off Twitter, you're terminally online. You need help. You need psychiatric evaluation. Thanks to resub Dinah, Nelly, and Jules. Good lord. Thanks to resub Otter. You're literally agreeing with me and still arguing. Thanks resub Sam. And the Prime Thug. Average Twitter user. Yeah, certified Twitter moment. That's that brain rot. Thanks to resub Onio. You hear the Logan video is only for zoo owners, and if they leaked it, he won't give any refunds. That sounds like a bunch of baloney. I don't believe you. But that sounds like just enough dumb shit that Logan might have actually done it. I don't know. I can't decide. You gotta feel bad for T. Higgins. He's the one who made contact. According to the reporters, he's feeling the guilt. Oh, of course, man. Jesus, yeah. This is just a freak fucking accident. It's just a terrible thing. I do feel very bad for him. Like, he didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't anything malicious. He put his head down, getting as many yards as he could. Standard procedure. Just really unfortunate placement. Yeah, of course I feel bad for him. I don't think anyone's gonna, like, vilify him or anything if that's what you're talking about. I don't think anyone's gonna blame him. It's just a very sad thing that happened. Just an accident. Okay. Yeah, no, we're still rating. Sorry, I got really caught up on the topic here. Because obviously it's a serious one. I forgot to reply to Matt. Yeah, they're all in the Discord. I'm switching. Hold on.
Everything tonight.
Hey.
Oh, hey. Hello.
Sorry.
There he is.
I was real deep into the Bills situation, if you guys saw that.
Oh, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Alright, I'm hopping on.
Sick.
Oh my god. Just to get it out of the way early. I know most of them are joking, but it's not an ad.
That's just become a meme anytime we read. It is what it is at this point.
Yeah.